Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CCS Season 5 Championship presented by the Collegiate Conference Series in partnership with Sideline Sports Network. I'm back with Jonas, the Elite Eight, now ready to get underway. Final four tickets are ready to be punched for the first game. Number 1, Missouri, and number 6, Northern Arizona.
I mean, I'm really excited to see how this match shakes out. Missouri, they were, one of the favorites to make it to the Final Four, one of the favorites to win it all. I mean, we already went over this. They were top 3 in terms of being winners' favorites, and you know what? They made it here. Both these teams made it after Game 7 victories in the regional semifinals. So it's gonna be a little bit tense, but all players on the field. Our first regional final set to go.
Looks like Michigan State's going to wrap up San Diego State there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But a minute 30 left. But now game 1 here, NAU going to try to contend with number 1 Missouri.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a fun one for sure. I mean, Michigan State, they'll play Florida. That'll be a good one over in the West Regional Final. But, here in this one, I mean, Mizzou, they almost swept Wichita State. They were looking in great form, and then the Shockers almost reversed it, taking them to 7, and that showed a lot of weakness from Mizzou, something we haven't seen before. And now Northern Arizona, after going to 7 with Texas A&M eliminating the 7 seed from the SEC, there is a chance here that they could get through.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be very impressive stuff. We've never had a 1 seed miss the Final Four, so it would be quite the storyline here if NAU could make it as a 6 seed.
Yeah, it really would be, and I mean that does sound crazy. I mean, I believe obviously in the 64 team tournament we haven't seen that, as it will be Frostbite and the Tigers opening up the scoring here just after the first minute. A good 50 from Bubs, and Frostbite, right place, right spot.
Absolutely. 1-0 start for the Tigers, and Michigan State just put the nail in the coffin to Game 7. It's 4-0 with 26 seconds left. So Michigan State will move on to play Florida up next on our broadcast.
Yeah, that'll start later on, but yeah, that'll start at 10 p.m. Eastern. And on the B stream, the Midwest Regional Final will get set to go between Akron and Ball State. That'll be the next one up over there, and then of course they'll round it out with Drexel versus Northeastern over in the East. But yeah, I mean, seeing the regional finals coming through here is obviously insane to take a look at. As we're seeing a lot of demos early on as well, but I mean, this is definitely a fun one to see. In Northern Arizona, I mean, they have stepped up big time.
That they have, and it's going to be a very fun game to watch with the NAU and see what they can do, because they've had a really good tournament, Jordan. Big Sky, they didn't even win the Big Sky tournament. They're here in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was one of the craziest things, seeing them drop the Big Sky tournament to Idaho State. They've never been able to take that Big Sky tournament, and now seeing them get to this tournament, and they have looked absolutely incredible. Again, versus Old Dominion in round 1, that was a team that, Old Dominion, they were the upset team last season. They took out the number 2 seed of Charlotte. That was a little bit dangerous. NAU swept them. Then in round 2, they faced the 3 seed of Purdue. That's where a lot of people thought their season would end, as Bubs will add on another for Missouri. But Northern Arizona, they 4-1 Purdue. That was a brutal look for the Boilermakers, and NAU, that's when you knew this team was legit. They beat Texas A&M in Game 7 earlier, and now they want to take down the 1 seed.
That they do. And at this point in the series, Jordan, is halfway through. Missouri up by 2 right now, as NAU still trying to find their first goal here in the Elite Eight. This is the furthest the Lumberjacks have ever gone in this tournament.
Yeah, and they're looking to make it even more history here by eliminating one of the 1 seeds, but they know they got their work cut out for them. They know who they're standing across the pitch from, and obviously that is being shown early on here in game number 1. Frostbite to Crims, the give and go, no good. Could be a good counter opportunity. Beast, no boost, and cut off well by Frostbite.
Michigan State, Florida up next after this. But NAU, I mean, again, what a run it's been, Jonas. They've had a heck of a run, but, running into Missouri, I feel like coming into this tournament, if a 1 seed was going to miss the Final Four, it would be Missouri that would miss it. But again, now with JMU losing yesterday, it makes their run a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, that's that's just one of those things where James Madison, I mean, everyone, I don't think a lot of people had James Madison getting eliminated, but before this round, and the job got done, and ultimately that was pretty crazy to see. A&M take down James Madison. Northern Arizona versus Purdue was a little bit more likely, but I mean, you got to give the props to the Aggies. They are now, of course, have been eliminated by this Lumberjacks team, but seeing them take down James Madison again was kind of that one of the biggest upsets in this tournament. I think officially the second biggest upset if you have Louisville over Illinois in round number 1, but I mean that was huge.
It absolutely was huge, and going into game 2. It's got to be more consistency out of NAU if they're going to stand up a chance with Northern Arizona, because things haven't opened up well in game 1.
Yeah, it really hasn't. I mean, this has just been Missouri taking control early, and it's exactly what they did to Wichita State, but we saw how that series developed, so maybe could be the same for Northern Arizona.
Now that it could in 30 seconds. I mean, once they get that first goal, we'll see if the floodgates can open a little bit, but Bubs makes it 3-0.
Yeah, they might have to wait till game 2 to find that first goal. The pressure is just completely different. I mean, Missouri currently sitting at 12 shots nation. NAU have 1.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's a bloodbath in Missouri offense. They put you in a road to hurt, and NAU's getting a full feel of that right now, and they're going to be, able to make the right adjustments. They're going to have a chance to, come back and battle in this series.
Yeah, obviously there's still plenty of time. It is a best of 7. This just being the first, and sometimes, that first game is just a feeler game, and you learn the pace a little bit more. You learn about your opponents a little bit more, and you then try and adapt and develop against them. But there has to be some changes made for the Lumberjacks, because Mizzou, they are looking, unstoppable to start.
And going into game 2 now, what are you looking to be adjusted specifically out of NAU going into the second game?
It sounds trivial, Nation, but we need to see Northern Arizona speed things up. We really do. Again, they got to be able to take some more control of the midfield, cut off Missouri more, not let them have as much possession and control, try and get that boost going a little bit more, find some more steals there, because, again, just look at that shot column, 13-1 on the shots. You cannot have that happen.
Yeah, money is also on the line in this series. $50 guaranteed in the Final Four.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit earlier. All of these teams want a piece of that green, and obviously you want the grand prize, but you want to try and make at least some dent into the positives here, and we'll see which team will come out on top. But regardless, we know this is going to be a good match. Would expect it to be with how Northern Arizona have been looking, but Mizzou, they're a 1 seed for a reason, Nation, and they're looking to prove why.
Yeah, 6% of brackets had Missouri winning the national championship, and 63% had Akron, and Drexel is also up there winning a couple, but no one had Michigan State, who now is a game away from the Final Four.
And that I still think that was one of the most crazy things that was found in the stats of the brackets. Was a lot of people had Michigan State, making to the Final Four. A lot of people had them going to the Natty, but not a single one had them winning. I believe there was what was it, 37 total brackets submitted at least, and not a single person had them winning at all.
I think ended up being 39. There were a couple late submissions, but yeah, okay. The Chronicle gonna find the first goal of the series for Northern Arizona, but also, I know the first round wasn't as exciting and weren't many upsets, but it set up a great tournament. Yesterday, today, and I'm sure tomorrow has all been incredible so far. It's given us so many good stories and so many great games. Game 6 and Game 7's galore over the last 2 days.
Yeah, we it has just been so much fun to see, the longer series happen. Obviously, that just meaning the competition is closer and closer, but that being said, yeah, it's incredible to see all of these long series and the battles that we have developing between all of these teams. As Frostbite looking to sneak his way through, no good beast will storm it away.
There were 5 official champions picked, and we saw percentages for Michigan, or for Missouri, Drexel, and Akron, but FIU, there was one bracket that had FIU winning and one bracket that had San Diego State winning.
Yeah, and that's Yeah, unfortunately, that one not gonna go through here.
Quantic in chat, who's the guy that had FIU or San Diego State winning, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, Quad. Yeah,
they got close.
They had a valiant. I was about to say they had a valiant effort versus the Spartans, but not this season.
Yeah, Game 7 is very impressive for Michigan State. But how does that go with Florida now coming up next?
I mean, I'm intrigued to see Florida. You know, they had them. I think they would have liked that Arizona series to be a little bit more dominant in that, and they did look a little bit shaky at times. And Arizona, credit to them, they looked really good at times. And I'll be interested to see how Florida are kind of able to stabilize versus a team like Michigan State. That'll definitely be one to keep an eye on. And we're gonna get it firsthand here.
Absolutely, and again, this game. If you can, continue this lead and, continue to make the adjustments in battle, this could get interesting. And NAU, again, they've looked a lot better in this first half compared to the last 5 minutes of this series.
Oh yeah, we're still seeing them suffering a little bit more under that pressure, but their defense has adapted well. They're providing less opportunities, but all you need is one to tie it right back up. Frostbite gets it off the pass from Bubs, and we're all tied.
And 2:08 to go. It felt like Missouri, again, you're not going to win winning 1-0. So you have to score more than one goal if you're going to put Missouri away. But we're back to equilibrium. 2:08 to go. The Tigers back in two-level game.
Yeah, and Bubs will put this one into his own backboard. Carlos is there, but Chronicle will be the one to put it away. And the Lumberjacks gifted a bit of a freebie here.
It's a bad touch by Bubs. And it's just a wide open target. Chronicle going to find a goal 2 minutes ago.
And I still think the interesting thing is we're still seeing Northern Arizona are getting outshot quite a bit. I mean, Missouri currently have 6 on their tally. NAU only have 2. So, I mean, they're being efficient with their 2 goals. Have gone 2 for 2, but they got to shut down this pressure as a beauty of a shot here from Frostbite.
And Frostbite just, again, this Missouri offense is unrelenting, Jonas, and they're proving it time and time again. They are a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I mean, we know they're the 1 seed of the region. They have been the kings of the SEC this season. The only team to really give them trouble has been Florida, and in the regular season went to Game 5 in a best of 5. But Missouri quickly established that they're more dominant than that in the SEC conference tournament final as they took down Florida a little bit more safely. And that one is, yeah, I mean, this team has just been unmatched, and they're going to add on another here as they claim the lead.
And Akron and Ball State now officially underway in Game 1, but Missouri back in front again, 3-2, and the lead has slipped for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be one to keep an eye on over on the B stream, but Ball State, they have struggled versus Akron. I don't know if they've ever beaten the Zips, in fairness, and we know they haven't here in CCS, as that is going to be a tough regional final for the Cards.
And puts up tomorrow Akron against Missouri, and then Lake Night Michigan State versus Drexel, assuming that the 1 seeds all come out on top. But hopefully, for content purposes, one of those 1 seeds fall.
Yeah, we saw all 1 seeds in the Final Four last season. Hopefully there's not as much chalk. Maybe, we could see one of these teams in Northern Arizona. They win it. We could have a 6 seed in.
That'd be crazy, but it would be also really cool. If NAU can get it done, but they tie the game with 50 seconds to go.
Yeah, and Crim's just left in one of the worst spots you can be in here, and Carlos, he just waited patiently for the open net.
50 seconds, and we're level at 3-all, with plenty of time in this series still to come. But this feels like a must-win now, as NAU's got Missouri really close.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Northern Arizona will be able to bring it back at least a couple, even if they go down 0-2, 0-3. But, I mean, we saw Wichita State almost reverse sweep Missouri. Why not NAU? But as of right now, they want to get this win while it's in reach, while they're within, tying distance. But the defense will slip here, and Missouri right on it to take the lead again.
28 seconds, and Bubs going to put that one away for the Tigers, and Missouri in front with under 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, and Carlos just flipped early there. Could have used that boost to get back, but you can see him. He tried to flip forward and instead just kind of maintain his altitude, so he couldn't reach the ball. Now Bubs will slam it into the backboard, dropping down. Doesn't have the read. Beast gets around Frostbite. Could be a big counter chance here for the Lumberjacks. Low boost, though. Crims takes it away for a moment. Now Bubs will be on it. Sneaks it away from Carlos. Booms it downfield. Is it in? No. Chronicle will make the save. One more chance for the Lumberjacks.
One last chance here. Chronicle has to keep it alive. He's killed. The ball killed. Missouri 2-0.
Yeah, Northern Arizona. That is a really tough one to lose. We're going to get a quick server remake. You know, we are playing on Central, as you just booted me from the party. You meanie.
You're a meanie.
I didn't do nothing.
I meant to give you party leader.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because for some reason, region lock. Map for Game 3 again?
It's DFH.
Yep, thank you. I don't do this. But yeah, that being said, I mean, we are seeing Missouri just staying that one bit ahead in this one. In Northern Arizona, they've stayed really close, but we're just seeing a couple mistakes here and there, and ultimately they got to be able to clean up those mistakes. And if they do, they very well could bring this series right back.
Very well could. We'll see if NAU can hold a lead this time. Again, last game they had the lead, but then blew it away. So things have to change for the better here for NAU.
Yeah, they really do, but we are getting back into it. Game number 3, Missouri looking for a very swift match point here in this South Regional Final in Northern Arizona. On the other hand, they're just looking to not have to reverse sweep. Bubs trying to work his way through, but Chronicle makes the save. Now is bumped off. It's going to be the Tigers again with the first assault here. Chronicle, another huge save.
$50 also on the line. Guaranteed winnings for the winner of this series to advance to the Final Four as Bubs. Over one, you're trying to dunk this one. Finds a double, it's no good.
Oh, and Beast would not just let him have it. That was a great looking shot there from Bubs, as we have seen some highlight reel plays from him really all season long, and wanted another one there, but the Lumberjacks are going to cut it down in front now. Crims awkward into his own backboard. It's an open look here for Carlos, but he can't put it on target.
4:10 to play, and Missouri still at 0. All Chronicle. We're looking for a look in front of the target there, but again, nothing able to come to fruition for the Lumberjack offense, as Missouri is dominated offensively and defensively and controlling the pace.
Yeah, Bubs trying to find another look here, and this one will just roll on in. Was just able to put a tough shot on target. Carlos had no boost. He got a quick clear out, and then all Bubs had to do was set it on target, and there was just nothing left for Carlos to get there.
3:52 to go as Missouri leads by 1, with 1:08 off the clock.
Yeah, and Akron will take the first game off of Ball State, and we're expecting Akron to get through again. 100% of brackets had them making it to the Final Four, and unfortunately not a ton of faith in the Cardinals to be able to take it, but that is just history showing, I think.
Yeah, it is, and again, something, a lot of other leagues, I don't really know if anyone does, but, Drexel advanced, they'll get to pick the order of the Final Four schedule tomorrow. So again, I feel like a lot of teams in the past have elected to go second, but why? I mean, again, I like the idea of going first and getting a break, but I guess going second, you go to the championship game, coming off a win. So it's a decent offer either way.
Yeah, I think I like going second there. It's being able to, I think, stay a little bit more hot and go into it with the momentum of the victory. I could see how a lot of teams would choose that as maybe a look here for Mizzou, but Carlos gets to give himself a great spawn and picks up the save.
2:50 to go. Bubs, no good. Beast will turn that one away, and I guess we'll see what Drexel will decide to do, assuming they beat Northeastern. If Drexel lose, then Akron would be next in line to make a pick.
Yeah, that would be a crazy win for Northeastern. I mean, you know me, Nation. I'm a fan of those Huskies over at Northeastern. That would be an insane win if they took down Drexel.
That would be absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, again, if Drexel lose, and the pick goes to Akron. If both Drexel and Akron lose, the pick goes to Missouri.
Now a good look here for a Chronicle as he'll put this one away. It's a big bump out in front for Carlos, really facilitating that chance. Got the dunk, took out Bubs, and it's a free look.
Gotta put those away. The physicality. These Arizona schools know how to play physical, dude.
They really do. That is something that we have seen very commonly, and we'll see if Northern Arizona keep trying to ramp up those bumps and demos. I think it would be a good look to try and throw off that comfort of Mizzou, but that of course will be up to them. 2 minutes left to go here in game number 3, and Northern Arizona need to find at least another to keep that offense going. The give and go between Bubs and Crims. Bubs sends it high. Chronicles there to cover.
150 to go here in game number 3, and Missouri again with a score can take a 3-0 advantage and go on a quadruple match point here in the Elite Eight.
I mean, again, I would say, you know, that's a good spot to be. It always is, as the sidewall read from Bubs just narrowly missed. But again, we saw Wichita State almost reverse sweep Mizzou last round, so nothing's quite safe.
Not at all, but again, NAU doing the Big Sky teams proud here in the CCS championships.
Yeah, really are, as Frostbite and Beast locked up there for a moment. Crim's trying to find his way through. Will be shut down by Carlos. Beast escapes. Could be a great transition for the Lumberjacks, but Frostbite powers his way through the 50, looking for another chance, trying to go out middle. Crims is already up for it. Right corner just missed off the bar. Now Bubs follow-up shot. This one off the post. Frostbite will crash in, so a couple dings off the ironwork, but it's Mizzou who find the second.
And Bubs again finds Frostbite over the middle after he hits the post, and Missouri back on top again. It's another lead that has gone and slipped late for NAU.
Yeah, and Akron are currently dominating early in game 2 versus Ball State. They're up 3-0 in the first minute and a half, but maybe a look here for the Lumberjacks. Frostbite shuts it down off the power shot from Carlos, trying to keep this lead intact.
Akron again. They've dominated Ball State twice this season, looking to do it a third time in the tournament, which I think that's the first time ever that teams have met 3 times in one season in CCS.
Yeah, it very well might be, and it's pretty insane to see it. But that being said, I mean, you usually don't have, you know, two teams like that in a conference who are, you know, can make themselves a 1 and 2 seed respectively. Obviously, you have it in the MAC. You also have it in the SEC with Mizzou and Florida, but we could have seen it twice.
Very well could have, and we could have Drexel Michigan State for a second time tomorrow.
That is very well true. Well, and Drexel Northeastern.
That would be a third time.
That will be a third time. So are we going to see that for the first time teams meet twice? That's grammar.
Well, it'd be meeting 3 times.
Yeah, I can't. It's too much pressure on my brain.
It's potentially happened twice.
Yeah, it very well could. But that being said, Mizzou, they take game number 3 again, staying very confident in themselves. You can see the shot count again, just 15-4. Northern Arizona, they need to find some way back.
Yeah, this has gotten a little bit out of reach here. Is NAU going to need a reverse sweep if they're going to want to advance to the CCS Final Four?
And that is a tall order as we know it. We've only had what is it? Is it 3 or 4 now? Best of 7 reverse sweeps.
4. Nebraska did it to Purdue.
Yep.
California did it to South Carolina. Akron did it to ETSU. And then it happened once this tournament, so 4.
Radford versus Quinnipiac. So it is 4, which is 5th historically if Northern Arizona can get the job done. But it's one of those things where you look at it versus a team like Missouri and you wonder how possible it is. I mean, again, I don't want to count anything out because we literally just saw Wichita State almost do it last round.
Yeah, I mean, Missouri have been here before. They went to Game 7 in the last round with Wichita State, but there's one from Frostbite, the Tigers, up front.
Yeah, I don't think they want to let this one get to 7. I don't think they want to even let it get to 5 as Crims to Frostbite. I mean, just not able to cut off that play in time as NAU and Missouri. They're just looking to keep momentum rolling, looking to ride this wave all the way home.
Now, do you think teams should be scared to see NAU on their non-conference schedule this summer?
Oh, 100%. I mean, they should, but I think more importantly, they might be scared of Missouri, who is up 2-0 here. 4:06 left to go and 2 goals inside the first minute.
And Chronicle lets that one get over him, and 4:06 to play. It's a 2-0 Tiger lead.
Yeah, Northern Arizona, they've had themselves a great run, Nation, but obviously there's 4 minutes left, but that run might just end here as Missouri, I mean, they're looking like a different beast.
Yeah, they ran into the potential kings of the tournament, Jonas, and Missouri looked stellar in this series. And NAU, the one line might be a rung too high.
As Crims didn't want to take the open net. Wait, what did we just see?
I'm not quite sure. That looked like a little bit okay. And yeah, it's just gonna be a goal for Beast.
Is this how Wichita State came back? We saw a wide open net for Crims. He did not take it, and then Bubs flips the wrong way off the squishy save, and I'm perplexed.
Might just be trying to have some fun.
It could very well be, but that might not pay off as suddenly their lead is no more.
3:26, and it's another level up game for NAU. Is again Missouri. Again, last series it went to game 7. One game is one game, but they saw what happened last game when it started to get away from them.
Yeah, I think this might be why that last series got to 7. Obviously, I was kind of watching it on the side monitor, kind of in my peripheral, but I don't exactly know what happened to them in Wichita State, but this very well could be kind of that same storyline as they have let Northern Arizona right back into this game, and the Lumberjacks, they're more than happy to take a little bit of that momentum the other way and try and fight their way back in it.
Absolutely, and 3 minutes so to go here in game 4. Missouri just a win away from the Final Four in their first ever CCS season, but NAU, what a tournament run it's been for them. Can they find a way to win one game?
I mean, at this point, they very well might, but Bubs snapping back, got the reason. Now the fake from Frostbite leaves it open for Crims, and I mean, this is just beautiful work from the Tigers.
And Missouri's offense looking as stellar against SFA, who played them closer than NAU has.
Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty crazy, but I mean, just the reset rebound dunk into the backboard, the fake out front, and then leaving it wide open for Crims is, I mean, again, that's just top tier Rocket League that you really only see at the high level. And now we'll see if Missouri hold on to this lead a little bit tighter, but if you're Northern Arizona, you still are going to have chances.
Absolutely, but again, your offense now has to score if you're going to have a chance to win a game if you're trailing in what could be your final game of your season.
And now Crims will add on a fourth, and the 2-goal lead back in effect for Missouri. And Bubs, what a touch here. I mean, again, he just makes it look so simple.
Yeah, he does. 2:10 to go, the lead out to 2, as now Missouri trying to put the Lumberjacks of Northern Arizona away.
Well, we are seeing the 1 seeds have a lot of success as Missouri are, again, just 2 minutes away from sweeping their way through into the Final Four. Akron, they're up 2-0 in the series, 1-0 in Game 3 versus Ball State. And an interesting thing, Nation, last season, out of the 4 regional finals, 3 out of the 4 were sweeps. That very well could happen again.
Oh, it's just the one line when it comes to playing the top teams. Like they don't know what to expect against the middle of the pack when they're playing the 8s and 9s and 4s and 5s. But when you play a 2 seed that most of the time very well, they just are dominant. And again, we saw Colorado. I think Florida was the only one that wasn't a sweep last season, right?
Nope, that Colorado-Florida was a sweep. The only one that wasn't a sweep was Indiana-Wichita State. That's a big state from Crims. Yeah, Drexel swept Cleveland State. Akron swept George Mason. Colorado swept Florida, and Indiana WSU went to 7.
Interesting. Well, 1:02 to go, and that's back. That's a Elite 8 and a Sweet 16 back-to-back for Wichita State. Not bad.
No, not bad at all. I mean, Wichita State have always been a very solid team as Beast will rip away that musty from Bubs. Crims trying to storm his way through, but ultimately there might not be enough time here for the Lumberjacks.
40 seconds to go. Frostbite over 1. Fires, no good. The save is made wide right. 30 to go. NAU need to get something rolling.
Yeah, and they need it right here, right now. Frostbite corner Reed to try and end this thing. No good. Beast, here's a good chance for a turnaround. Gets it over one, but Bubs right back into it, controlling this one well. Once the pogo, it's off target, but there just doesn't seem to be enough time. It looks like that will be it, Nation. Rolling all the way back. Go Mizzou. It's the Tigers who are the first team to make it to the Final Four.
Half they are. Missouri, the final save will wrap things up. Mizzou are guaranteed some money. They're headed to the Final Four.
The Tigers in the green, and they do it in a dominant fashion. No 6 seeds in the Final Four here in CCS Season 5. It's Missouri standing tall, and what a look from the Tigers.
Oh, what a look it was. Well, Mizzou is headed to championship Sunday in the first team of 4, punching their ticket to the CCS Championships Final Four. We'll see you guys later on tonight for Michigan State and Florida after the break.